castle-like structure, or the ruins of a castle, with a deep, deep, deep bluish purple sky above you. You might end up inside level 28 of the Backrooms. So, thank you for joining me once again, and it's time for another ASMR video. Okay, so today I'll be making you guys explore level 28 of the so-called Backrooms, and I'm going to make you explore it and imagine it while I explain what this level contains. So before you imagine what level 28 of the Backrooms is, alright, I'll give you some quick information of the Backrooms so you are aware what it is to come. Okay. So number 1, you are aware that the Backrooms is an otherworldly place based on an internet creepypasta that is based on no clipping to a set of rooms outside of reality, a place that is detached from this so-called reality in the form of endless rooms that span for hundreds of millions of square miles. So number 2, the Backrooms contains as many levels, many levels, including this level, which I will explain. Alright, level 28. And number 3, many levels can contain entities which are likely hostile. So yeah, okay. So with these bits of information in mind, it's time for me to make you explore level 28 of the Backrooms. You are an explorer, and you happen to no clip into this level 28. You land on some stone structure, almost like a ruined castle. Level 28, known for its only distinguishing landmark, Stormstone Keep, is a level that closely resembles the front rooms, which is basically planet Earth, with a few major differences. The structure you are now at, it's called Stormstone Keep. You and everyone else who visits here will immediately start at the foot of this keep, and you will notice that the sky is a deep indigo blue, okay? The sky is devoid of sun and moon. They are not pleasant. And this entirety of this level is lit from above by an unknown blue light. So very bluish indigo light. So you have an unknown light source. So if you see no sun and no moon, that is level 28. Alright. You will notice that the sky is not the sky, well, yeah, the sky is blue, but this level itself is poorly lit. It's kind of like a twilight-ish time, but you have no time. But this level is like as lit as twilight, and it is really, really hard to see the ground. The ground is tinted a very, 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 very dark blue. Very dark blue. Very dark blue. And thus it is recommended to bring an additional light source like a flashlight while traversing this level. There is no day or night cycle. Clouds would sweep past the sky, but there is no form of precipitation. There might be storms, but I'll talk about that later. Okay. If you are at this level, you will want to stay near the center of this level. Okay, you want to stay near the center of the level, and I'm gonna explain why you want to stay close to the center, or stay close to the keep, that stone castle ruin structure. Okay. This level is kind of a restricted zone where you must not go too far from the castle. And this area is roughly 5 kilometers from the keep. 5 kilometers from the keep. Like this radius. And that is the safe zone. The safe zone, okay. It is highly not recommended that wanderers leave the area. If you leave the area, you might be in trouble. So it's not recommended to leave the area for more than half an hour at a time under any circumstances. This place is surrounded, okay? Is surrounded by impossibly tall and narrow mountains in all directions around you. That seems to defy the laws of physics. So it makes you curious to explore these mountains, but these mountains are very, very far. It is impossible to see the tops of some of the mountains because some of the tops are covered with the clouds that hang above the sky and gray-blue mist. So it makes you curious that you want to explore there, but they are too far, as they are 16 kilometers away and therefore outside of the 5-kilometer radius. The keep, Stormstone Keep, the starting point and the center of the safe 5-kilometer radius, are ruins to what seemed to be like a European medieval castle. It is still livable, but do not expect much from a ruined castle. It is good, not good, well, yeah. It's good just for something to live in. Yeah. So this area is located on top of a large hill. Okay. In the center of a forested valley. You will eventually notice that the plants in this level are extremely similar. They're extremely similar to the plants found on Earth, or in this case, the front rooms. Each plant has a varying level of pigmentation, of blue pigmentation. So these plants, while they kind of are similar to what found on Earth, these plants kind of behave a little different, and that's a good indication that you are at level 28 instead of being on Earth inside of a forest with some random castle in the center. The reason for this blue pigmentation on the plants is very unknown, and it is not recommended to remove plants, any of the plants for level 28, as they do not seem to grow back. So basically there are no roots. That's what I assume. Okay. Don't try to burn any of these plants too, because if you burn them, it produces a toxic bluish smoke that you do not want to breathe, okay? Do not use any objects such as matches, cigarettes, torches, or light any fire in the woods, as it is possible to start a wildfire, therefore engulfing the area with toxic smoke, and you would not make it out of this level. Okay. So you may have heard that you must stay at this 5-kilometer radius within the center in order to be safe. Okay. You now imagine what happens if you go outside the safe zone. So you start traversing away from the keep, away from the castle, outside 5 kilometers, and outside the radius. You expect that you would feel some sort of uncertainty after going past the 5-kilometer limit. Okay. So you go beyond the 5-kilometer limit, you go beyond that limit, and you notice that the environment you will encounter is much, 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 much more dangerous. Anything past the safe zone is entirely covered by some material called stormstone. This is probably why Stormstone Keep got its name, okay? Right. It is highly flammable. Highly flammable. It is corrosive like acid and explosive. It is a pitch black material, and extremely dangerous and volatile. Okay. If you had chemistry class, you may be lucky to witness a reaction with sodium and water. But it's kind of similar to what would happen if you touch it. So, walking on stormstone without proper equipment will cause it to explode violently. Okay, creating a massive chain reaction with the rest of the ground around it. Alright. This wooded area will be engulfed in flames, and therefore once again you'll not make it out. Okay. Periodically. This is where the storms come in. Storms occur past the 5-kilometer radius or 10-kilometer diameter on both sides. Like this whole circle is 10 kilometers. Okay. These storms, you will notice, if you go way beyond the limits, it's only affecting these areas outside of the safe zone. And there's lightning. If something gets hit by lightning, they will be converted. They will become stormstone. Hence the name storm and then stone. Okay. clicking noises. Alright. So speaking of entities, this level has no entities, no hounds, no skin stealers, nothing of that. Except for the singular, unique entity who resides in Stormstone Keep. So, it is like a knight. It is shaped like a knight, basically human, and this entity reports itself as a male and takes a shape of a hollow blue suit of armor. Typical knight, what a knight wears, okay? This knight is able to move his body similar to how a human can, okay? He will speak whatever language is most comfortable for anyone who meets him. So this is from the wikidot, and I won't go to any more detail about this knight, but the source can be found in the description, alright? And basically this kind of wraps up this level. There are exits and entrances, however, these are basically part of the night sing things. And once again, I'm not going to cover that in this video. So this concludes level 28 of the Backrooms, making you imagine this level given an ASMR format. If you have gotten your tingles, please give this video a like. It would be greatly appreciated. I want this video to have at least 10 likes, and if it does, I'm gonna make another one back to back. Another Backrooms level. Hint hint, it's another one from the poll that I made. Alright. So on this channel I make ASMR formatted videos, from gaming to coding to fact telling to dream and imagination videos and Backrooms videos, or miscellaneous ASMR formatted videos. And it'll be great if you have the chance to look at some of the other videos I'm making. Alright. So don't forget to look for the glass of almond water hidden throughout the video. And if you did, comment down below that timestamp. And I'll see you next time.